middleweight championship over the world. I've gone over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Good luck. Fan a long time ago acknowledges that no matter how round one begins with Martinez moving and Pavlik looking for a chance.
Looking at Kelly Pavlik, he does look like he's about a good 10 or 12 pounds.
If he circles to his right, he's going toward Kelly Pavlik's left hook.
Well, I never got so wrapped up on the changing directions as a lot of people. I think it's just the speed to in and out and different movement.
In and out at an angle. He doesn't go straight forward. Punch from Martinez has brought blood to the eyebrow of Kelly Pavlik. Little body shot for Martinez. Couple upstairs.
In order to get a decision, the visiting team, he's not going to get an even break.
Two solid left hands by Martinez. Hunting for a target as Martinez again gets in and out.
When you be exceptionally tall for a weight division.
Whereas Martinez,
extremely well coordinated.
Get left hand leather onto Pavlik. There's another left hand by Martinez.
Martinez is getting into his rhythm right now.
The idea was to neutralize it. That hasn't happened yet.
You know, what we all keep forgetting that even...
Right hand by Pavlik.
His speed and natural coordination, he can get away with a lot of things. And as the fight draws on, that's getting to be more dominant, his speed and coordination.
He has dominated the second round. Pavlik getting closer with the right hand, and his fans recognize it.
The fight, the way it's moving, Kelly's not comfortable with the situation at all.
Martinez 15 out of 26. Pavlik 7 out of 13.
But unless he starts hitting him more, Martinez is going to do this all night long.
As I said before the fight earlier, very little mobility. The only one I can think of with mobility was Bernard, who wasn't the fastest guy, but he was smart. He seems to have a problem making those transitions and pivots.
Doesn't need or hasn't gone to school on what Hopkins did, Pavlik. Yeah. And he's showing that speed and cleverness.
It's not the Hopkins plan. He does it all the time.
I sense a little bit that...
Yeah, he's showing a lot more urgency now, and he's just trying to forget about trying to box his pressure, making his attacks be closer together instead of having them back.
He circles back and forth, keeps Pavlik off balance, gets inside just like he did there. And that's ring generalship. That's what it's all about. Sergio Martinez controlling the ring, bagging him with good shots. I thought Pavlik did better in the third round, but I didn't think he did enough to win a round.
Solid right hand to the chest by Pavlik.
Martinez is very talented, and he can't beat him at a distance. He's doing exactly what he should do.
He's at least presenting more of an impression than he did in the first couple of rounds. First couple of rounds, it just didn't appear that Pavlik would get there. Good left hand by Martinez. And another, and another. That's for sure. Not against a guy like Pavlik.
He still may get the benefit of the doubt from the judges sometimes, because it sometimes looks like Martinez, as Larry was saying, is actually almost on a bicycle running instead of boxing.
Well, I agree with you, because I think round after round, moment after moment, and particularly when you're being pressured.
The biggest attraction that they've had since Arturo Gatti.
Hard right hand by Pavlik. If you get in a shot against him, he wants to balance the scorecard immediately.
Landing on Kelly, too, to some degree. Kelly's doing a pretty decent job.
There's the best punch of the fight so far for Pavlik, and that is exactly what Pavlik predicted about Martinez, that he might mistime one of his rushes and get caught with a shot. That's what happened.
Martinez's feet at the same time, but regardless, it looked good. Here you can see, as I said earlier, Kelly did land a good shot, but a lot of it was probably made it more effective with the fact that Martinez was off balance. And when you fight the style that Martinez fights on, he gambles a lot. He's always out of position.
Now we go to the sixth.
His rhythm now.
And both of them were against lesser opponents for it. But nevertheless, handled his mandatories, kept his title belts.
Comfortable with fighting this particular style.
It wasn't a big impact.
Peter throws his left hand. It's more like it's a weak left hand. It's more almost like his head bent through left hand. So even when he hits Kelly, it's more of a show type punch.
5 and 6, Kelly Pavlik started to move his hands. The punches get off first, land that left jab, follow it with a straight right hand, and he was hurting Martinez. Sergio Martinez.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
There's a good solid left jab by Kelly, and then followed it with a few seconds later with a good solid right.
Martinez shows Kelly Pavlik a great deal more respect than he showed to Paul Williams.
Yes.
He walked in on Williams. He doesn't do that to Kelly Pavlik. Pavlik, of course, is a bigger man than Williams. Hard right hand by Pavlik. Down goes Martinez. Solid shot. He caught a solid shot and went down on his butt.
If a fighter goes down because he's off balance,
it's still a knockdown. If it's his fault, a blow. Yeah, it's his fault.
Whose fault is it?
No, it's just clear. It's a knockdown. He wouldn't have went down if he hadn't been hit.
Exactly.
So now it's possible that Pavlik has gone ahead in the fight, assuming that he gets a 2-point round here in the 7th.
Compared to Kelly's right hands and Kelly's jabs are much more powerful.
It's almost hard to remember.
And adjusted to everything that's going on. Even those shots there from Martinez, no power on him. Point getters. Here we see Kelly Pavlik come in, landing the shot, but once again, the fact that Martinez is moving so fast that he's often all out of balance in position, and he's trying to regain his balance right there for the most part, and he was hit before he went down, so it's officially a knockdown.
And fighters have been doing it for 120 years.
Yeah, but what's the difference? Lennox knocks him out. Right now, you may see a lot more of that from Martinez because Kelly's putting more pressure on him with natural strength.
Faster man was winning the fight for the first 2 or 3 rounds. Kelly Pavlik making good tactical adjustments, doing a better job of cutting off the ring, and ultimately putting Martinez on his pants.
Perhaps more.
So this is what Martinez will have to do, is fight more bravely and take more risks.
For him to put a combination together of 2 or 3 punches. The most he can do is get 1 punch or 2 at a time off.
His intelligence to fight the way he is.
I think that's a great way to describe it.
He's hardly a classically trained fighter.
He's about as good as you can get for somebody who entered the gym at 20. Kelly Pavlik fought as a kid.
Yep.
There was a punch that Pavlik blocked that he was not blocking earlier in the fight.
Those left-hand shots with his right glove now. And you jab back right over top of that.
Reducing Martinez for a while to more and more awkward shots, less and less power, less and less effective. Harold Letterman, as you see, gave the last round to Pavlik, and now with the knockdown point in the preceding round, Pavlik leads on the scorecards, or at least on Letterman's scorecard.
It's in his close. Kelly's probably going to win the fight. But
now there's a cut on the right eye of Kelly Pavlik. So Martinez's left-hand punch moments ago has opened a cut, which I believe is under the right eye of Pavlik.
Like Jim.
On the cheek.
And I don't know how experienced his cut man is in taking care of 2 cuts.
But it's re-energizing Martinez. He's suddenly encouraged by what he's seen, and he's going after Pavlik much more than in the 2 preceding rounds.
And Kelly has slowed down a lot.
Pavlik is bothered by the cut. There's a lot of blood coming out of that right eye.
Martinez knows he has to be more aggressive, running laterally and start moving into his target.
Martinez all the way.
He's turned the fight back around, and he is bloodying Kelly Pavlik.
He's totally shut Kelly out of the fight.
This is impressive. This is a guy who was going south in a hurry and now has turned it around. Pavlik with a right hand. Hard left hand by Martinez. And Martinez is showboating.
It's going to be very tough for the cut man, anyone, to stop both of those cuts. I don't think that experience in dealing with this year is tough stopping 1 cut, but 2 cuts plus some serious swelling.
Right hand, he realizes things are conspiring against him now.
Here you see the left hand that landed right in the eye that caused the cut and the swelling on the right eye of Kelly. I really was a little disappointed the fact that the cut man didn't seemingly do hardly anything to the right eye, which is the most serious one. You know, he punched with full power. With every punch he throws, and that would be full power. He's got to be very physical and then just let everything go.
Because of the knockdown, Martinez may have to win.
The three judges who will score this fight.
This is why it's a case like this sometimes is good for the trainer, while the regular cut man could get in and work on the other cut.
Martinez may have blinded him in there.
Too much time in between Pavlik's attacks. He lands a good shot, but it's so much time that it seems like he may be actually getting tired.
To do something, but Martinez stepped away.
Came on in the middle rounds and looked like he was winning the fight and has now seized control.
What happens in the last 2 rounds?
Well, usually in the close fights, going down the stretch, usually the fighter with the speed usually always pulls those fights out, which means that it would favor Martinez going down the stretch. When you punch with the power that he still has, and the way that Martinez is always out of balance and out of position, he could easily score another off-balance knockdown, which could still save him. But he can't do anything if he doesn't let the punches go.
As 154-pound champion Sergio Martinez tries to win the middleweight title.
See there? He's almost, even though he almost got another one of those off-balance knockdowns.
Yep. 2 more solid left hand lands for Martinez, and another combination. Pavlik can't see the punches coming.
Williams really lost a majority decision. So
well, certainly not against Cintron, and he didn't get the benefit of the doubt against Williams, Larry.
Right.
I would say you need to win this round just like you did the last 2.
The better the chance that Martinez will win the round.
Let me ask you something, Emmanuel.
Yes, because it's been that competitive. He said, well, and so that would be an excuse to himself. So he would exercise that right to take the rematch.
I'm not sure there's anybody out there. It's a thin division. Dodge that would have been to make a fight with Paul Williams.
Yeah, he should have been very much more aggressive this round.
And the Argentine fighter is doing what he wants to do. Sergio Martinez is going to celebrate right now. He believes he has lifted the middleweight championship from Kelly Pavlik.
All to the winner by unanimous decision. And new middleweight champion of the world, Sergio